Meet a man who has never sweated a single drop, even standing in 120-degree heat. Meet a woman who has never once forgotten a face in her entire life. These aren't superpowers. They're real, documented human traits, and they're some of the rarest on the planet. If you thought you already knew every strange thing the human body could do, this list is about to prove you wrong. Let's work our way from the ground up, starting with your feet. Moving on to feet. Most people have 5 toes on each foot, but polydactyly of the foot, having 1 or more extra toes, occurs in roughly 1 in 500 to 1,000 births. What's rarer is mirror foot, or diplopodia, where the entire foot duplicates itself into 2 mirrored halves. Fewer than a few dozen cases have ever been documented worldwide. Moving on to muscles. Myostatin-related muscle hypertrophy is a rare genetic condition where a mutation blocks the protein that normally limits muscle growth. People born with it develop close to double the muscle mass of an average person, along with noticeably lower body fat, without ever training for it. Only a handful of families on Earth are known to carry it. Moving on to bones. Most skeletons have 206 bones, but people with Fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva slowly grow a second skeleton of their own. Soft tissue like muscle and tendon gradually turns to bone after any injury, locking joints in place over time. It's considered one of the rarest genetic conditions known to medicine, affecting roughly 1 in 2 million people. Moving on to sweat. Anhidrosis is a condition where a person can't sweat at all, which sounds convenient until you realize sweat is how the body cools itself, making overheating a constant serious risk. But rarer still is generalized hyperhidrosis's opposite twin, isolated unilateral anhidrosis, where only one entire side of the body loses the ability to sweat, while the other side works completely normally. Moving on to smell. About 1 in 10,000 people have congenital anosmia, meaning they were born with no sense of smell at all. But on the opposite end sits hyperosmia, an extremely heightened sense of smell so strong that some people can detect diseases like Parkinson's on another person's skin before doctors can, simply by scent. Moving on to taste. Roughly 25% of people are supertasters, with extra taste buds that make bitter and sweet flavors far more intense. What's rarer is a supertaster who is also anosmic, someone whose sense of taste works in overdrive, while their sense of smell doesn't work at all, a combination so uncommon it barely appears in medical literature. Moving on to sleep. Non-24-hour sleep-wake disorder causes a person's internal clock to drift later and later each day instead of resetting to 24 hours, so their sleep schedule slowly cycles through every hour of the day over weeks. It's most common in people who are completely blind, but a small number of documented cases occur in sighted people for reasons doctors still don't fully understand. Moving on to memory. Highly superior autobiographical memory, or HSAM, lets a person recall almost every day of their life in vivid detail, down to the weather and what they were wearing. Fewer than 100 people in the world have been formally confirmed to have it. Moving on to the immune system. A small number of people carry a mutation on the CCR5 gene that makes them naturally resistant to most strains of HIV, since the virus can't find the receptor it normally uses to enter cells. It's estimated to appear in around 1% of people of European descent and is almost unheard of elsewhere. So, out of everything on this list, from mirrored feet to a memory that never fades, how many of these traits do you think you might have hiding in your own genes? Let me know in the comments which one surprised you the most. And if you want more of the rarest things the human body is capable of, hit subscribe because there's a lot more where that came from.